Hello, everyone. We're going to talk about various games to play with at the end of a phonics lesson. When it comes to phonics teaching, you're dealing with little children. So it could be very tricky to check their understanding without intimidating them too much, right? So playing a game could be a nice way to check their understanding at the end of each lesson. So today we are going to start with a game that you can check their understanding of the word meaning. You might be curious, word meaning, not the targeted letter and then sound relationship, right? Well, that's our main focus. That won't be changed. But you want them to use the word in a sentence, and also you want them to recognize those words within a story and also in a sentence, right? So recognizing the word and also understanding a meaning is very important. So we are going to start from that. So throughout the unit, I do know that you reinforce the word meaning by doing the motions with me. So if you look at this flashcard that are given, then yes, they all know the motions along with it. For example, 5, 9, pretty straightforward, right? Fine, and then hive, kite, and then bike, and bite, hike, right? Good job, everyone. Now, when I wanna check the word meaning, I like to do some speed game, right? And then it's pretty straightforward. You invite your students, and then they're going to say the word out loud with the motions. And then you're going to time them with your clock watches or your phone, the stuff that are available for you. And in that case, you make sure they don't mumble. Well, they tend to mumble when it comes to speed game, right? They want to win, so they mumble, they want to speed up. In that case, they need to go back to the first word and then they need to say it out loud once again. But the most important thing over here, before you jump into this playing a game, speed game, I highly recommend you to review all this word with all of your students, because you might have some of the lower level of students or younger than other kind of students, right? In that case, they might lose some of the words, they might not know some of the word meaning. In that case, the last review helps them to participate fully for that game. So that's gonna boost their confidence as well too. So like I've done with you guys, review all these words with the motions all together. So either you can do one by one in this order with your students, or you can randomly pick the word so they can focus and then they can read and then do the motions all together. And speed game is very useful for your students, because if they know that you are gonna measure the time and then it's moving very fast, then they're gonna focus with their all attention. So you can control your students without having too much difficulties. That's kind of my tip for you guys. Once you finish with the word meaning, now it's time to move to check the word and then meaning at the same time together. So if you look at this, I listed out all the pictures and then word all together. So I like to play this game on the floor, on the rug, or on the table. But for you to be able to see, I listed all the flashcards on the board. So you can kind of differentiate this game, depends on your reality. So if you want to play this game with very little children, you can play this game like this. Expose all the letters and then all the pictures like this. So they can find the perfect match, and then they can get 2 cards if they have the perfect match. And if your students are a little older and then they're having no difficulties to play this kind of game, then cover the picture first. Or flip this card with the blank at the back page. And then once they find this card, and then they're gonna flip one of this, and then remember the picture. And then if they find the right one, then they're gonna keep those perfect match. And then that's not the fine match, perfect match, then they're going to flip that card again and then leave it. So for example, if they have this 9 card in front of them, they need to do the motions 9 once again to reinforce the meaning, right? And then try to read this with you. 9, right? And then you're going to do the modeling. I think this is 9. Is that right? And then your students are going to be like, no, that's 5. 5. 5, right? Good job, everyone. Then what about this one? Is that right? Good. 5. Sorry, guys. 9, right? 9. Great, everyone. Then let's see. Are they gonna be the perfect match? Yes. Then am I going to keep these cards? Yes. Then these are mine, right? So I'm going to keep this card. And let's do this. Hike, right? Can we do the motions all together? Hike, right? Hike. I think this is a hike. Is that right? Is that right? Bike. It was similar, but bike. Is that right? No, it's that means I think this is the right match. Is that right? Then hike. Excellent, everyone. I'm so proud of all of you guys. You did a great job. Perfect match? Yes. Then am I going to keep this 2 card? Yes, right? Good, everyone. And what do you want to do? Pine. I think this is a really nice word. Let's do the pine all together. Pine. Good job, everyone. Then let's see. I think this is the right one. No? Then what is this word? Someone says the right word. Kite, right? Then no, right? Then pine, right? Good job, everyone. You are on fire. Pine. Perfect match. So I'm going to keep these 2 cards. So these are mine. Good job, everyone. Then let's look at this. 5. 5. 5, right? Oh, I think I find the right one. Is that the right one? Hive. Oh, same family, but is that right? Hive. 5. Someone says 5, right? Woohoo! Good. I think this is the perfect match. So I'm going to keep these 2 cards. Great job, everyone. Now let's see. What else do you want to do? Let's look at this one all together. Right, kite, kite, ite, ite, k, k. Is that right? Or this one? Hive? Probably not. Ooh, oh, someone pointed at this picture. Is that right, kite? Yes, I think so too. Oh, it's very sticky. Good job, kite, kite. Good job, everyone. Excellent. So, perfect match. And let's look at this one. I'm going to start with the picture first then. Bite, right? Oh, it starts with the b, but bike, right? Is that right? No, right? Bite. Great job, everyone. The perfect match. Good job. So I'm going to keep this perfect match. And let's look at this one. Bike. Bike. Good. And we have 2 pictures over here. What is this? Hive, right? Hive is not bike, right? Then this one, yes, bike. Good job, everyone. So we have the perfect match, bike. Good job. And hive, our final word over here, hive, hive. I've. What about this one? Yes! Excellent job, everyone. We have our final perfect match. Good job. This is the one of the way that you can do with your students. And if your students are getting used to this kind of game, then you can spread out this word and then picture card on the desk. They can flip and then they can remember the words and then picture. Try to find the perfect match by their own. That could be the nice way to play by themselves. You can definitely differentiate by their age and also by their level. Now it's time to do blending exercise. If you look at the board, you are going to see these phonics families they learn throughout the units. So let's review all together. Ike, Ite, I've, I'm, right? Good job, everyone. And you are going to see these consonant cards that you can play with your students. So from now on, what you're going to do with your students is pretty simple. You are going to play with this consonant with these endings, which is phonics families, right? So you can do many games with these 2 kinds of card to play with your students. So first, if you don't want to have mess with your class, especially with your students, then invite your students and play with this sticky ball, as I mentioned before. If you have a whiteboard, it's very good material to play with. So they can throw a ball directly at this consonant. For example, yay, N. One of your students throw a ball at this N. N. And the student is going to think about these endings. Phonics families. Nike, night, knife, nine. Think about the words that they learn. That means this one goes with this, right? To make the word nine. This is kind of the multiple process of thinking, right? So they're going to review what they learn, and then they're going to apply this blending capacity. So nine, and then finding the words that they already learned. But the game that I like to play with my students, it's a whole class moving their body around kind of game. So before I play this game, I plan in advance. I divide my students into 3 groups. So first group is going to be this consonant group, and then second group is going to be this phonics group, and then third group is going to be this word group. So think about the number of students that you have, and then wisely group your students. So I'm going to group them in the 3 different corners of your classroom, and I'm going to play some music, like fun music to play with. And then they're going to dance around and they move their body around. When the music stops, they're going to find this consonant is going to find the right match. For example, this student is going to find this it to make this kite, right? So this student is going to find this it phonics group, and then they both to run to find this kite word students. So 3 of them, they have to be a perfect match. Yes, at the beginning, it's gonna be a very chaotic. So you need to do one by one together with your students, like 2 or 3 times together. And then once they finish like 3rd time playing with you all together, and then they would learn the rules and then how to play with it. So you don't need to worry about it too much. So by doing that, actually, they're going to think, and then they're going to say it out loud to make a right word. So it's gonna be a really nice review. And also, actually, they're going to apply this blending capacity they earn throughout the unit. And then as a teacher, you can casually check who's getting that capacity right or not. So I think it's a really nice way to review and also check your students' understanding.